Hey everyone, and welcome back to the channel. Today we're diving into the world of magic, love, and betrayal with one of South Korea's most breathtaking fantasy romance dramas, Alchemy of Souls. This show is filled with forbidden spells, deadly assassins, and shocking secrets that will leave you speechless. Spoilers ahead, so sit back, relax, and let's jump into the story. The story takes place in the fictional country of Daeho, a place where powerful mages control the energy of the world. But there's a dark secret lurking beneath the surface, a forbidden magic known as the Alchemy of Souls. This spell allows a mage to transfer their soul into another person's body. The only problem? It's incredibly dangerous. If the new body isn't compatible, the soul will run wild, turning into a terrifying monster that feeds on the life force of others. The drama opens with a chilling scene. An old woman is walking down the street on a rainy night and meets a helpless mother and a little boy. She takes them to her house and feeds them. Suddenly, a monster hiding in the house appears and attacks them. Just when things look hopeless, a powerful magician named Jang Uk appears and attacks the monster, using his incredible water spell to trap and stab the creature. To everyone's shock, the monster turns out to be the old woman's son, transformed into a beast because of Jang Uk's forbidden soul-shifting spell. Begging him to save her boy, the old woman cries in despair, but Jang Uk refuses, saying it's already too late, and throws the beast into the Gangcheong-tae-ho Lake, where it turns into a lifeless stone. Not long after, the emperor, who is gravely ill, learns of Jang Uk's experiments. The emperor invites Jang Uk to the palace and secretly asks him to exchange souls for 7 days so he can father an heir. At first, Jang Uk refuses, warning that it's too dangerous, but the emperor insists. Finally, Jang Uk performs the forbidden spell, and the emperor wastes no time. In Jang's body, he goes straight to Do-hwa, Jang's wife, and lies with her. She has no idea it isn't her husband, and this dark deed changes the future forever. Later, with the help of Jin-mu, one of Jang Uk's students, Jang Uk regains his body. The story then jumps forward 20 years, where we meet Naksu, a shadow assassin who hunts mages. Fierce and deadly, she takes on Park Jin, leader of the powerful Park family. After a brutal fight, she's badly injured, but in a desperate attempt to escape capture, she uses the Alchemy of Souls on herself. The ritual doesn't go as planned, and her powerful soul ends up trapped in the weakest, most defenseless body imaginable, that of Mu-deok, a blind peasant girl. Her strength is gone, her magic is sealed, and she's stuck in a body that can't even stand up straight. When Park Jin arrives and discovers Naksu has swapped bodies, he's furious. Despite his rage, he takes her body and sword, hoping she will come back for them. Songrim has placed her body and sword under strict protection. Surprisingly, after the soul shift, Mu-deok can suddenly see. Soon, Naksu is dragged to a brothel to be sold, but she overhears about the 4 seasons of Daeho, 4 gifted heirs from the city's most prestigious families, Park, So, Jin, and Jang. Hearing their names makes her blood boil, because these are the very families responsible for killing her parents. Meanwhile, we're introduced to our main lead, Jang Uk. He's the young, charming, and rebellious son of the Jang family. Despite his noble lineage and incredible talent, his magical gate has been blocked since birth by his own father. He's unable to practice magic, a fact that has made him a pariah and the subject of ridicule. But Jang Uk isn't one to give up. He spent his life searching for a master who can break the seal and teach him. And who does he happen to find? The powerless girl who holds the soul of the legendary assassin he's always admired. Trying to escape, Naksu crosses paths with Jang Uk, the son of Jang Uk. Rumors say he is not Jang's true son, but rather the child of Do-hwa's affair. Jang Uk immediately notices something special about her. When she tries to rob him, Jang Uk instead hands him his jade plaque, impressed with her skill. He quickly guesses that she is the real Naksu in disguise, especially after seeing the blue mark on her eyes. Later, Naksu attempts to sell the jade plaque in the marketplace, but is caught and taken back to Jang Uk. To her surprise, he has purchased her as his maid. Realizing that she is safe to stay there until she regains her power, she decides to serve Jang Uk. He makes her tired by assigning her a variety of tasks. In the meantime, she sees the Songrim plaque among Jang Uk's clothes. After going to sleep in Jang Uk's quarters that night, she steals his Songrim plaque and takes it to Songrim. Jang Uk, who has been on the lookout for her, wakes up at once and follows her. That night, Songrim is under attack by shadow assassins sent by her old master. Naksu, who takes advantage of the fighting between them, is looking for her sword and body. So-yul follows the assassins and chases her, thinking she is one of them. He is about to catch up to her when suddenly Jang Uk intervenes. He pulls her to safety, and under the moonlight, a distinctive pattern in her eyes catches his attention. Looking at her, he says, "You're the master I've been looking for." The first episode ends there, and the second episode opens with a flashback to a past incident. We then discover that Jang Uk is the child of the former emperor, born as a result of the Alchemy of Souls. When Jang Uk was born, his father Jang Kong took him to Songrim. There, in front of all the mages, he blocked the child's energy gates, then departed with a stern warning that no one should ever open them. Since he was young, Jang Uk has sought out 12 different masters to open his energy gates, but none of them have agreed to his request. Jumping back to the present, Park Dang-gu and So-yul arrive at Jang Uk's place. Later, Jang Uk introduces Naksu, now known as Mu-deok, as his personal maid. So-yul apologizes for chasing her earlier, and Park Dang-gu praises her for protecting her master. They then inform the duo that Naksu's body is missing. Meanwhile, Park Jin learns that a spy is hiding in Songrim and orders his men to find the culprit. In the secret chamber where Naksu's original body was kept, Naksu, Jang Uk, So-yul, and Park Dang-gu gather to discuss the situation. Jang Uk's constant insults about Naksu's real self annoy her, making her even more determined to eliminate him. Once they're alone, Jang Uk pressures Naksu to reveal her true identity. She finally admits she's Naksu. In turn, she asks him why he's helping her. Jang Uk states he wants her to be his master, but to his surprise, Naksu declines. This prompts him to activate a hidden device, trapping them inside Jin Jinkeg. He warns her that if she kills him, Songrim's soldiers will find her, but if she agrees to be his master, he can protect her from being killed. Naksu then reveals how weak she has become from the soul shift. She tells Jang Uk that she needs her sword to regain her powers. She adds that she'll need the sword to open his energy gate, which was sealed years ago. Jang Uk, however, says they can't open the gates until the sealing mechanism ends. Infuriated, Naksu tries to strike him, but she accidentally steps on a floor switch, causing the floor to collapse. They manage to escape the secret room, only to be taken to the training center, where Park Jin has gathered everyone. There they meet Park Dang-gu, who tells them Park Jin has assembled them to look for Naksu's men, who are believed to be responsible for the attack. As the story continues, suspicions spread in Songrim that a soul-shifting spy is among them. To expose the traitor, the Jin family unleashes a magical beast called Giwu. Out of the antique pottery, a spirit, the Giwu, emerges. It takes the form of an animal and surveys the area. As Jang Uk and Naksu prepare for an attack, the Giwu suddenly pounces on another soul shifter standing behind them. Though the soul shifter attempts to flee, So-yul quickly strikes him down. While it catches one spy, it almost attacks Naksu, but Jang Uk smashes the enchanted vessel holding her, saving her but earning the wrath of the Songrim leaders. Park Jin severely punishes Jang Uk for his mistake. Shortly after, Naksu arrives to thank Jang Uk for his help before she departs. Jang Uk is given the punishment of spending the night outside. During this time, Naksu goes to a brothel and trades Jang Uk's Songrim spirit plaque for some explosives from the owner. The scene then shifts to a meeting of men in Danjuk, where their leader pledges to turn everyone who helped bring Naksu's body to them into soul shifters. After he leaves, his men kill all who helped bring Naksu. It's revealed the leader is a powerful chief named Jinmu. Following the massacre, people begin to believe that Jinmu is the one who brought Naksu and her men's bodies back to the palace. At the palace, the emperor tries to appoint Jinmu as the Gwanju, or leader of the soldiers, for his bravery. However, the members of Songrim object, arguing that since Jang Kong is still the Gwanju, the decision is baseless. Then the emperor changes Jinmu's reward, fulfilling his request to publicly burn Naksu's body while keeping her sword at Chanbukwan, a place used to store valuable royal items. When Jang Uk finds out, he goes to meet Jinmu to get Naksu's sword. Jinmu initially refuses, but when Jang Uk mentions he is the son of the current Gwanju, Jinmu quietly hands over the sword. Meanwhile, Naksu makes her way to where her real body is being set on fire. She is devastated, but when Jang Uk approaches her with her sword, she brightens up. Then they move to a different location where Naksu tries to unsheath her sword but fails. Seeing this, Jang Uk scalds her, telling her she's not fit to be her master. Disappointed and feeling like a complete failure, Naksu leaves to do the unthinkable. She goes to the edge of Lake Yeongcheon-dae-ho and remembers Jinmu calling it the Kum Cemetery of Soul Shifters. Naksu dives in, and as she reaches the depths, she feels a surge of energy. This time, she successfully draws her sword. Soon after, Jang Uk arrives and is surprised to see Naksu by the lake with her blade unsheathed. He rushes to check on her, but Naksu abruptly faints. At Sejukwan, the official infirmary for royals and mages, Naksu wakes up and again tries to draw her sword. Jang Uk tells her it was the lake's unique magical strength that allowed her to unsheath the sword.
Naksu realizes she needs a powerful person to draw the energy out of her, so she comes up with a new plan. That night, as they are talking, Jang Uk drinks a cup of herbal tea. Naksu reveals she poisoned the drink, and the only way to save him is to open his gate of energy. Just then, Park Jin and his senior arrive, and seeing Jang Uk in pain, they rush to help. Naksu explains about the poison and that Jang Uk only has 6 hours before his heart stops. She reiterates that the only way to save him is by opening his energy gate. However, Park Jin is more interested in the name of the poison. When Naksu stays silent, he takes her away and punishes her brutally. Despite the punishment, she remains tight-lipped, leaving them no choice but to open Jang Uk's gate of energy. A short time later, Ho Yem, the senior of the Jang family, approaches Jang Uk and unlocks his energy gate to save him. The procedure works, and Jang Uk slowly regains consciousness. Surprisingly, when he learns Naksu is being held hostage for poisoning him, he rushes to save her. He quickly unties her hands and legs, and they finally address each other as master and pupil. That's it for today's Alchemy of Souls recap. What a ride! Can't wait to see what's next. Will Jang Uk unlock his power? Will Naksu regain hers? Drop your thoughts below. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and stay tuned for more.